Hollywood, let's fly to Washington, D.C., America's seat of power, for Spotlight.
Drop the name Irene Natividad in the power circles of Washington, D.C. and see how many doors are magically opened. Not only is she highly regarded by the movers and shakers of this country, her extensive contacts, her highly impressive resume, and her unbelievable energy plus her unparalleled expertise on women's empowerment issues make her a person who cannot be ignored.
I am the president of the Global Summit of Women, and I have been the force behind it over these many years. The Global Summit of Women began almost 2 decades ago, and it's an effort to bring women together across borders and exchange best practices in advancing women's economic opportunities. People have called us the Davos for women, sort of like the World Economic Forum, because we only focus on economics and best practices, and also because we bring the highest ranking women both in business and government and non-governmental organizations. I think of change for women as being dependent on 3 legs: government, civil society, and also the private sector. So those are represented in each of these fora. We rotate by continent, and this year it will be hosted by Chile, where the president is a woman, Michelle Bachelet. Last year it was in Vietnam, where the vice president is a woman, and we had about 1,000 women from 72 countries participating.
She was 2-term president of the National Women's Political Caucus, the first Asian American to hold that position, chair of the National Commission on Working Women, and during the Clinton administration, she was appointed to the board of Sallie Mae, a Fortune 500 company.
The National Women's Political Caucus intends to support women who run for public office. When I was elected, I was the first Asian American to head up a national political organization in the United States, and it made front page of USA Today. They said, first Asian American. In the New York Times, it said, New Yorker wins. I was working for a college in New Jersey at that time, and it said, New Jersey educator wins. So sort of everybody wanted to own me.
In 1997, Working Mother magazine listed her among the 25 most influential working mothers. In 1998, Ladies' Home Journal named her one of the 100 most powerful women in America, and in 2004, Women's E-News listed her among the 21 leaders of the 21st century. How did this petite Pinay get there?
I began as a college professor. I taught English at Lehman College of the City University of New York. I taught at Columbia University. All I wanted when I was in my 20s was to be a college professor, so I did that. But on the side, I was involved in politics, and I was involved in forming organizations, whether it was for Asian American women or just women in general. I was there. And then it sort of took over. The side thing became the main thing when I was elected head of the National Women's Political Caucus. And I gave up the security of academia for the hurly-burly of American politics.